Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Review. You know, it's always a bit of a weird feeling when you're all caught up. Like when things like, back up to a certain point and you focus on them like consistently for some time until you eventually complete a lot of what you had set forth. That's how I feel with the streams right now. Because the things that people requested, at least as of recently, we've either started to address them or we finished completely. Other ones that I focused on myself have also reached their conclusion just through time alone, which means that aside from things that I'm trying to organize with specific people for specific days behind the scene, of which there are like 3 examples actually, there there's just a gap where I'm trying to make sure I keep doing more streams to get the watch hours up, and I had almost nothing, with one exception. I've been trying to get back into Freak Show specifically, but in order to do that, I also wanted to finish Deltarune, the Deltarune Rexiipher series, concretely, not the actual game. Which, to be honest, at this point, I might actually do like a playthrough or something. I haven't done like any gaming videos on this channel since like 2023, I think, maybe. That could be an exaggeration. It might have been that long. It probably wasn't that long. But yeah, I might do something with Deltarune potentially, just to see what the heck I've been set up for in the first place here. But that's for another day. I don't know. I did a gaming stream either. Well, I did do gaming streams. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Gaming streams. Go back to the channel's origins before I switched to commentary like everyone did in 2016. But yeah. But as for right now, this is the one thing that came out during the time of like that, catch up and filling request that I never actually got to. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm forgetting something crucial. Not My Tiny Human. I've already talked about that. So I guess that is it. We've got to this last point here, and then we'll see. Well, then things will start looping around again. It's not that bad. But yeah. Also, I think if I remember correctly, last episode is the one that I thought was the best out of the 3 that I've seen thus far. I believe I enjoyed that one more than the rest of them. That was my general consensus, I think. There was just, like more very like voice acting. The story didn't make me, question my sanity as much. No one would make me pull up my own hair. My hair's shorter, but that's unrelated since the last episode. So yeah. We're not devoid of those things, but yeah. In Threads, I remember who ran to a version of Undertale, but it kept glitching. That I think was that the Butter Bunch? That might have been the Butter Bunch, because that might have been BB's idea, because BB was, really big into Undertale when it came out, so she was probably in the charge around that, but yeah. Not a very memorable experience. We'll leave it at that. So I guess, it's Toby Fox related, so that's somewhat of a connection, I suppose. But anywho, that's that's for another day. We'll deal with actual Deltarune at some other point. Now here's some adapted Deltarune. Without further ado, on with the review.
Look, everyone! We can see the castle!
You could always see the castle, Ralsei. It was a massive beacon that even in the night realm was still visible from everywhere.
Yeah, that's where I live. Me and, my
I think they probably should say, that's where I live, but yeah.
dad. He, hates you guys.
What's that
No, really? Is that why he sent you after us in the first place? Would never have guessed that.
giant black thing emerging from the top?
Did you seriously not notice that before? That's been in like that's been at least in episode 3, probably 2, but that's been there.
That's the fountain, Susie! If we can get there, you and Chris will finally be able to go home! Jeez, took long enough.
That I can see her saying, because she's been trying to speed ahead this whole time.
are you sure there isn't another way home?
Yeah, you might have wanted to have this conversation before you set out and join them on the quest.
The fountain's being guarded right now. If you try to go there, you might get hurt and...
What? Come on, Lancer.
Hold on, you said it's being guarded right now. Does that imply that it's not guarded all the time? Or is Lancer perhaps suggesting that, they should go like during the shift change potentially? Which if that is the case, then that's a good strategy. That shouldn't be scoffed at.
No one's gonna beat a team like us. If anyone gets in our way, all we gotta do is crush them.
I find it interesting that Susie is now all for the team effort. It might potentially be because she's taken such a liking to Lancer specifically, but it might also be because, she's now experienced the combined efforts and the better chance for destruction from the team perspective. Or it could be both. I like how there's a number of ways that could be interpreted, or they could all feed into each other.
But what...
Oh, it was, yeah, Murphy's... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that sounds like a me title. That's fair. Okay.
if you had to fight?
Everybody bleeds, right? Don't worry about it. Whoever it is...
Everybody bleeds sometimes.
Hold on the ground before you can blink.
Everybody blinks until they're dead.
I think I need to go.
Huh? Why?
Yeah, come on, you just joined us. Don't bail
When
now.
are you gonna be back?
Never.
Lancer! Wait, what's wrong?
Susie, be careful!
Also, spying his dad's force are really strong. He knows they could easily take out Chris, Susie, and Ralsei. You know what? That's true. I mean, that's why I focus on the right now. If he hadn't said right now, I would have thought nothing of that line. Except for perhaps the idea that he doesn't want them to go home because he's realized, after Ralsei said, hey, Chris and Susie can go home, that he's not going to see Susie again. Maybe that's also part of it now. But yeah, if it weren't for the right now part of that line, I wouldn't have blinked at the, I wouldn't have expressed any doubts.
The Lightners are approaching the castle! Stop them!
Damn it!
You have to yell stop them to the person right next to you. Alright, we've seen this already. Yada yada yada. Okay.
Oh, where did they go?
I didn't think about it, but yeah, we're having much more. They're having more of a cinematic percentage as these episodes go. Maybe that's why this one took a bit longer to come out. That might, play a part.
Get the Lightner!
Oh, they have to be around here somewhere. I gotta find them before they get in trouble.
I mean, you're in trouble
Say,
currently.
Susie.
I don't want to hurt you.
Ralsei!
Chris!
Come on!
They're closing in on the castle!
Damn it!
To be fair, is that Ralsei is just Orchid, just my D&D character. Healer, constantly wears green, doesn't want to hurt anyone.
Chris, I don't know where Susie is.
We'll find her, but right now.
Except Orchid doesn't constantly wear green. I mentioned that multiple times, so people keep making a green outfit specifically.
Now we have to
yeah.
jump! Okay, she has to be around here somewhere, right? Hey, what's that? Is that the castle? Oh, where's Susie then?
Okay.
Come on.
Is that the castle?
There! Susie!
I think that the cards actually being, they look like they're actually pixel art or flat decorations or something.
Lancer, hey, what are you doing?
And they're not, just my eyes tricking me. So you know what? Kudos for that too.
Oh no.
We've cornered them!
Wait!
Oh, you got to run past. Okay. I feel like that was a little bit poorly choreographed.
Ow.
Chris! Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
Ralsei?
Why is there a crack on the floor? Rousey, have you been trying to dig your way out?
You poor Lightners. We were told to keep you imprisoned for eternity.
Okay. Was the fact that the guard is standing right outside precisely this moment suggests to me that, you know, that they've been practicing this? It's like, you poor Lightners. You poor Lightners. You poor Lightners. No, that's terrible. You poor Lightners. Oh no, they're awake. I gotta do it properly. You poor Light.
Too bad. I would have loved to see you guys get punished.
Is this not a punishment? Being imprisoned for eternity, is that not punishment? Is that
Well, this is a fine how do you do. Isn't it, Chris?
Not really.
Yeah, not really. Imprisoned for eternity. That sounds like it might take a while. And soon.
I'm going to be leaning on Rousey's dialogue in this scene because he's trying his best to save face here and be positive, so I'm not gonna knock him too much.
See.
And make a piece of paper really giant that use chisel and bits to add the card suits on them. I think it was like actually just like it was actually I did see like the jagged edges of you know, so yeah, it's possible that it was like, you know, amplified that way, but also I think it was just a case of using the blocks. Possibly using chisels and bits to actually make the blocks thinner as well.
Where's Susie?
She's not in here?
No.
What do you mean she's not in here? Look around. Unless you mean like not the prison complex, but if so, how would Rousey know that? You know, if his vision is the same as yours. Probably worse, he's wearing glasses. But yeah, like look around the cell if you mean the cell. Of course she's not here.
We have to find her, Chris, before she
Look around, look around. It appears your bully's not around right now.
gets hurt. Or, hurts someone else.
That's probably already happened.
Maybe there's something we can escape with in here.
Dude, we're getting into the game mechanics here again.
Chris, I don't think you're going to fit.
Man.
Yeah, no, I assume that in the game that's probably a bit more discreet, but you know, there's no like actually even physical gap. It just looks like trying to squeeze through bricks that have been molded with cement anyway.
Maybe I can do something over here.
It's moss.
Perpetuate the cycle of the. Oh, okay.
Chris? Do I hear chewing?
Oh, I thought we were trying to make the moss grow or something, you know, to keep the cycle. Okay, nope, never mind.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, best voice acting of the episode so far.
These
Has been captured in the King's Guard who goes by prison with a cell with a crack on the floor, didn't even put a bed or anything. That's also a good point. How are they supposed to sleep?
seem fashionable. Okay, I don't see anything else around here. Rousey, any luck?
The bars are definitely too sturdy to force open. What about you, Chris? What did you find? What's all that green stuff around your mouth?
Oh, wow, he didn't even wipe his mouth. Come on, Chris. Or their mouth, sorry.
Moss.
2 minutes in jail and you've already resorted to eating moss.
Yeah, so technically 2 minutes if they've been here for a further, but I don't know.
You even put
Given the fact that Susie Coakley eats chalk, I'm not surprised Chris ate moss. Maybe the implication is because they're a human that their diet is less versatile, but maybe not.
on prison shackles.
They were raised by goats, I suppose, so, you know.
So, you sure look like a prisoner for life.
Again, I'm being lenient with him.
Chris? If we don't make it for some reason,
Oh, you mean that's a fountain? Okay.
I just want you to know that I'm glad that I was able to meet.
The feeling is not mutual, Ralsei.
Hey, dumbasses.
Susie?
Susie? How did you get out of your cell?
I sweet-talked the warden into letting me out.
You sweet talk someone?
Nah, I beat him up.
Really? Susie!
What? I'm out of my cell. That's the important part.
Come on, Ralsei, join the club, eat something weird. He's a goat as well. This should be like his literal bread and butter.
Now, you losers need help or what?
He's...
This damn key doesn't work.
Yeah, because you're using it on a metal bar with no lock. Of course it's not working.
The RSL key's different?
Are you kidding me? You're seriously gonna make me do all the work?
Well, we can't, really leave?
Fine!
That is
Just,
the whole point, yes.
Sit tight, okay?
Susie!
You know, I'm wondering actually, if this does happen in the game, I'm actually, you know, I'm actually glad that it was this direction, because the idea that, well, first of all, Susie actually, you know, helping out in a positive manner instead of again being a liability, fantastic. But also because, you know, not every problem being solved by the player of the game, or, you know, because of the whole point of Delta is that you don't have the choice of it in these things, and you're not really the player, so to speak. I mean, that's, yeah, like that idea.
Thanks.
Don't thank me yet, dumbass.
Okay, once again, Rexiipher, one of the things that I would continue to urge Rexiipher and, you know, like his production team and everything to attempt more of is distance in audio. Whether it's having someone speak further back to imply that they're far away, or tricking the audio in some way, reducing the volume, or, you know, adding to the reverb or whatever to get the effect. Because when you have such a high distance between them, you would think that Susie's dialogue would be like filtered, they're going through the halls or something, but it really isn't. And that kind of takes you out of it when you see, you know, they spent all this time building up this elaborate set, but the audio's letting down the idea that it's actually, you know, being lived in.
That was very nice of you, Chris. She definitely appreciated that.
Do we need you to tell us that?
Right.
Chris, are you worried about Susie?
You're worried about Susie. You said as much yourself before.
Yeah.
I see. I am too.
Wow, you don't say. Never would have guessed that.
It's awfully scary to be venturing into danger alone like that. Chris, could you do something for me?
I mean, she's been venturing into danger alone this entire time. So, as far as Susie's concerned, not really much of a difference. Give me a second. Something's wrong with my cable. Why is that not working? Oh, I guess if I just like press every possible thing, suddenly everything kicks into gear. Electricity, am I right? Anyway, to quote Mrs. Weasley, where have you been? Love that. Normal Blankov players could fit through the bars, just get best line through the bars sideways. That is how you escape from Papyrus's prison. But yeah, I don't know. Although I suppose, you know, considering that they're all children, they probably would be able to fit more easily.
What?
Lancer would, but, you know, he's gone.
Take a moment to close your eyes. And try to think about what she's doing right now.
Are we getting an angelic connection? Aiden, are you here? Angelic connection?
And just focus on that thought.
Alright, I just need to find a key. No biggie. I can, do this, I think. Damn, which way?
I don't. Is this part of the game as well? Do you eventually switch perspectives to Susie? I know I just said that, hey, isn't it great that Susie, gets to do something rather than just like all being, from the player or something, but maybe this is how it was actually dealt with.
Oh, left.
What the? Chris? Wait, no. They're not even here. Great. I'm losing.
That makes sense as because it's, the soul talking, I imagine.
Right. I'll just go this way.
And make sure they.
That's Lancer's voice! The door's locked?
But I will say, having like this embodied voice of, what we presume to be Chris actually, being the contributing factor here, I do like that. That's one thing I can imagine, because the game doesn't have voice acting, they can't do. So that's one aspect of this where, we benefit from actually getting this adaptation.
Damn, not another puzzle. Okay, you've watched Chris do a bunch of these. Just do what Chris would do. This, like this, maybe? And then this goes
And that'd be the obvious answer, so it's probably incorrect.
here. I did it. I actually did it.
Or not, okay.
Okay, sit tight, Chris. I'm gonna get Lancer to help.
What kind of puzzle gives you the answer right in front of the door that's supposed to protect? What is the point of that?
Understand? They have to stay in their cells. The Lightners can't be allowed to escape.
But they've already been imprisoned for eternity. Why do you have to confirm that?
What?
Especially the purple one.
You mean the purple one that's right behind you? I mean, I know that Lancer can't see Susie, but surely the person he's talking to can.
Lancer.
Susie?
The Lightner's escaping!
Yep.
Lancer,
Oh.
Chris and Rousey are still locked up.
I know, I was the one who told my troops to do that. To keep you down here forever.
I mean, again, it sort of makes sense because remember what the guard said before about, like, looking forward to seeing them be punished, that not counting as punishment. So it seems like that Lancer is making sure that they get as merciful an existence as they possibly can. Or alternatively, as I said before, he doesn't want them to leave, especially Susie, and that's why he singled her out. Yeah.
You wanted to get rid of us?
No, quite the opposite, in fact.
I thought we were a team.
I can explain, Susie.
Every time a character says, I can explain, they get interrupted. Never do that in media.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine, actually.
Or, don't say anything during the pause, Lancer, and ruin it for yourself. Okay.
You don't have to say anything. I get it. I get it, Why would anyone really want to be my friend anyway?
This really isn't about you, Susie. I mean, has avoided his troops doing worse to you. I guess she wasn't there for the, implication of punishment, but I assume that she got a similar speech given to her. Even if she didn't. The fact that Lancer managed to, smooth this over, basically. That should count for something.
Susie, that's not.
Shut up.
There's the interruption. I guess it's because of the pacing of this and how they can't, how they haven't in post sped up or slowed down the footage to account for the Minecraft speed.
Give me the key to Chris's cell. Did you hear me? I said, give it!
No.
Can't see in the fact that the bottom of the spade Lancer's face makes that mouth out look puppy-like. I mean, he's probably doing his, well, not really puppy dog eyes because you can't really see them, but yeah, puppy dog mouth pleading. I don't know.
Well, damn. I tried to be nice. So don't expect me to feel guilty when they have to clean you off the floor.
I mean, no one else has left any sort of remote, you know, remote trace of themselves, so they probably won't clean much up at all. They'll probably just vanish.
Wanna see what happens to traitors? They get crushed! If you don't give me that.
Or if you keep backing up, because again, the fight choreography in first person. That's two things of Rexiipher's content that, probably need refining. First person fight choreography in general, like first person action, and audio balance when somebody is further back or, further forward.
I'll kill you. You hear me? I'll kill you!
I feel like, there's probably a difference between Susie and Wendy from Freak Show. Wendy would be like screaming already by this point.
Hey, why aren't you fighting back? You think I'm gonna feel bad? 'Cause you're just making this easier for me.
Is this kind of the situation where, Lancer is doing a pacifist route right now? Well, not really pacifist route because he already attacked them multiple times, but you know what I mean. Where instead of you showing mercy to your opponent, the opponent showing mercy to you. Again, the reverse of Undertale.
Fine. If you want to die that bad, then die!
Oh.
Susie?
Too bad.
You
I'm alive.
missed.
I don't want to kill you, man.
We should axe whoever did this to do a wonderful job. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I guess, yeah, I guess that's a good point. We haven't seen, the custom items from the perspective of, being an inventory. That's true.
Just give me the key. Please?
But Susie, if I let you guys go, then you and my dad will fight and you'll kill each other.
Nah, we'll only kill him.
At least if you stay here, neither of you will get hurt.
Okay, I'm glad it was the concern for their safety and not the abandonment issues thing.
Then I won't kill him. Promise. Me and him, we'll talk it out. Peaceful style.
If Lancer had just asked this from the beginning, considering how close that he became to Susie immediately, he should have at least tried that. If he didn't think it was going to work and Susie was a true trigger happy or something, or axe happy in this case, he should have at least tried that beforehand. Classic poor communication kills. Almost literally in this scene. Lancer was, literally inches away from death.
I don't know if that will work, Susie.
Come on, Lancer. We're a team. Nothing can stop us, right?
My guard stopped you. Immediately, in fact.
Yeah, you're right. We might as well try.
Oh, now you're going to try things, aren't you? Okay, sure.
I could help too. I could talk to him, ripen him up.
Hell yeah, now we're talking.
I'll go right now.
You can't even request your friends to show mercy before locking them up in a prison. What chances do you have with charisma?
Oh.
Lancer will remember this. Okay.
Susie, are we still friends?
Of course, man. I mean, if you want to be.
Phew, here. Go free the
Okay, Susie, you wanna... Yeah, what? Okay, why did it take that long to...
blue
Okay.
person and toothpaste boy. I'll see you guys later.
How the hell am I gonna get through to his dad? Whatever, I'll
I'll tell you. I'll tell you how. Beat him with an inch of his life and then have him beg for mercy himself and grant it. There you go.
figure it out.
So, that's why. Okay, Chris?
Oh, that's interesting. A part of the story that we're not privy to from Chris's perspective.
What?
Did the key shatter the door and turn it to smoke? What was that?
Susie! You came back to save us! I knew you had
Which is exactly what you asked her to
the
do.
heart of a hero!
Yeah, don't push your luck. Can we just get out of this crummy dungeon already? Come on, idiots!
Oh, we're right behind you, Susie!
Chris, what the heck are you doing? It's like that scene in The Matrix where they're trying to leave the Matrix, in fact, and Trinity just goes, "Hey, before we leave, I want to confess something to you. Sure hope that agents don't show up because we've made it possible for you to not escape now."
It looks like they went left here.
Heroes!
Wow, it's almost like if you'd actually not stopped like an idiot, then you would have actually known where they'd gone. I'm surprised that Rosie had noticed that Chris was lagging behind.
Is that
anyway.
you I hear?
The hell? It's you.
There you are. I knew you'd come to rescue me.
You got captured?
No, I thought this was a good place for a summer home. What on earth do you think I'm doing here?
Yes, indeed. But I needn't worry about that now. You're here to save me, along with all the other imprisoned rulers.
There are more.
Okay, as much as I've missed you, Eclipsa, because I really have with your voice particularly, not the moment, I don't think.
We're down here.
Oh, when that dreadful night appeared, that king of spades locked up all the other card kings in this dungeon.
Okay, so question in that case. What exactly is is this further punishment that we were supposed to be implied that Lancer managed to get them to not be freed from? Because it suggests that they either had like a limited sentence for being, the heroes designed to stop the king, which is normally not how that works, or that, whatever's supposed to happen was supposed to happen to them and not the other rival regions that were being targeted in the first place, and they were just also kept here. What are the rules of this?
How brutish, I say. You ought to teach him a lesson, young hero.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh?
What if
Well, for starters, I've no idea where he is. I've lost my friends because I walked slowly.
I'm not worthy? I've hurt people. A lot of people. Even people I care about. I can't help but destroy everything I touch. It's like I'm cursed or something. Like I'm destined for darkness. And that darkness is all I am. How could someone like me be a hero?
That's a fair question. A lot of heroes actually have to pose at some point. Happens a lot in D&D as well, actually. You got to consider, can you call yourself a good person after, whatever atrocity you have played at some point? But in this case, even more so. But of course, but then there's the other aspect of, how blameless was Chris in these matters? How much of it was just their soul? We're following original storyline because I can't find anything about a character named Madame Grace in Deltarune, nor can I find anything about a dungeon. Oh, okay. Oh, you never mind. Yeah, I was about to say, because it seemed like the dungeon had some game mechanics involved in, like, getting out the cell, but that could just be, Rexiipher adapting that and continuing the mechanics from, but yeah.
Be a dark hero, Chris.
You know my name?
Don't waste any more time on me.
Yeah, Lord knows you've lagged behind enough.
I'll be fine here. You do what you need to do, all right? Good luck.
Who? Is it from here? Hello?
Oh, but lo! A visitor standing inside! Who might you be?
Who might you be? I'm curious about you now.
Chris, who are you?
I'm innocent! Innocent! I just wanted to play a game! Game!
I'm guessing this is another one of the imprisoned regents.
But the boring kings found such fun to be a trouble. As punishment, they craved to imprison my body.
Yeah, so if this is another one of the kings, actually, you know, this would feel again like a part in a game where, because it's not time sensitive, you have time to explore and talk to all these different people. In a series like this, you know, the fact that Ralsei and Susie are, you know, much further ahead by this point, all in a different direction, and they're trying to find the king, so the priority should be finding them. Once you put this into a more structured, like, actual, you know, storyline, you end up sacrificing the freedom you would have these interactions without a time pressure.
But I'm fast, clever.
Oh, okay, just as in prison. I mean, still, same thing mainly applies here. This wouldn't be time otherwise, but yeah, you're right. Good call.
They lost the chase and locked up their entire race, building a prison around the whole world. Now I'm the only free one.
You're the jester.
Yes, once, but now I am but a simple darkner with a simple wish. Won't you open up your cage, Lightner, and join me in a game?
I like I said, he's the only free one. I said open up your cage, suggesting that, you know, he's the one who that is you know, on the you know, like, on the side that's actually free rather than, like, you know, locked up. It's the thing that, you know, those do it in I mentioned this in Avatar as well, where, you know, when Zuko goes to visit Uncle Iroh in prison in book 3, there's a lot of shots that frame him as being the one behind the bars because he's under a mental prison despite being the one that's free. So yeah, name is Jevil, like Jester Devil. Okay.
I'll show you what it means to be free.
Fine.
Well, we got half the running time left, so yeah, play the game.
I'll play.
Which, by the way, if Susie's key did not open Chris's cell, why does the key that Lancer gave open up a different cell entirely? Unless this is like the master key or something.
Okay.
I guess you can ram into the door with bars after it's, you know, okay, sure.
What in the world?
A visitor at last!
This is quite the cell that you've been granted here.
Now we can play!
Play what?
Oh, it's a simple memory game. If you don't wake up, you lose.
What?
You wake up? Okay.
Chris!
Go. What?
Oh, there you are. Okay, I guess it all worked out in the end.
Chris, where the hell did you go? And who is this guy?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
more
awesome.
visitors! Come join the fun. Once I finish playing with you, I can
But
play
everyone is
with
back.
everyone else too.
I'm sorry. I opened the door. I thought that...
It's fine, Chris. We're here to help you.
Yeah, we'll start by taking down this clown.
Such courage! But lo, can you hold fast? Or will my chaos put you to slumber?
Ah!
The hell?
Damn it!
Sleep well, Lightners!
Oh, well, that wasn't a very long game at all. You think you would, like, draw it out a bit more?
Huh? What? Where am I?
We're supposed to be
Hello?
back at the start.
Is anyone out there? Susie? Ralsei? I need to get out of here.
I really hope we're not back at the start again. I need to know that I eventually will be freed from the series.
I need to find them.
What about me?
What?
These woods are kinda scary, huh?
Ah,
Remember when
I remember you from the first
I
episode.
used to walk around here with Azzy and Des?
Noelle? How are you?
Don't you miss it, Chris? That time we spent as kids? It's funny. There was a time when you were coming over almost every day. We'd play and we'd play. Then, after a while, you would suddenly get very still. Like you were remembering something. You'd go into the dining room
I like
to
this
get a
music now at the background of this.
snack. Then, after a few moments, I'd hear the piano. The first few times, I went to watch you
Oh, it even sounds like there's a piano in the background of this track as well.
play. But when you realized I was looking, you'd always shut the piano and come back. So, over time, I just started staying on the couch in the living room. I'd lie there, listening to you play. Sometimes for hours, sometimes even until I fell asleep.
Okay, so... Alright. Again, game versus series. Wouldn't this be so much better as a flashback like Vision? We got a flashback, I think, in a previous episode, actually. So why not one here? We get to see like a montage of this kind of situation, or like, you know, the times that they actually spent, rather than Noelle having to, you know, say, hey, remember when this thing happened? I'm going to tell you every single bit about it, like you weren't there.
I always wondered, what were you thinking about me? Maybe you weren't thinking about me at all. You didn't have a piano at your house, so you probably just came over to use mine. Even then,
To be fair, like, this is something that, I mean, I know that there are some kids that do this, like, ah, yes, you've got insert name of console here. Ah, yes, well, I'm going to be friends with you now. It's been happening for ages.
with my eyes open, there were times when I wasn't even sure if we were friends. But when I closed my eyes, it felt like a concert, just for me.
Isn't that fantastic? All this new information about Chris that we didn't know before was not plot relevant until now, and is not being presented in any sort of fun way whatsoever. Great.
Do you think things could ever go back to how they were? Despite everything?
I'd like to see it, so personally I'm rooting for that to happen.
Do you ever wonder if it's something I'd want to?
That does suggest this isn't the real Noelle, and we're still like some sort of, you know, montage here, which all further proves that Chris could have portrayed these same visions from the memory, but okay.
Yes.
Then you should tell the real me.
There we go.
Wait, stop! I don't.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I remember I remember Noelle physically appearing. So it wasn't just that episode, I think.
Look at how much you've grown.
Ah, we're going in
Stop.
order.
I don't want this.
Remember when we'd go to church on Sundays?
Oh my goodness, please actually show me something.
And I'd take you to QC's immediately after service?
Oh yes, I remember all of this. Why are you telling me?
We'd always convince Mom to order us the special. Even Dad would plead with us.
I'm pleading right now to give us something else that's not a conversation again.
But we always went. Every Sunday. Even after they split. It'd be you and me always. I'd order you a hot chocolate.
You know that meme of like Hades from the Hercules movie that's like, we know! That's what I feel like right
with the
now.
money Mom would
Even though I don't know this information of the audience, I'm thinking from Chris's perspective.
give me as an allowance. And we'd sit in that one table in the corner. We'd fog up the glass on the window with our breath and draw little shapes and silly messages to each other on it. And we'd just sit there for hours, just wasting the day away. And it always felt
I'm wasting the night away right now.
like nothing else in the world mattered except for me and you.
I made a Nothing Matters reference in Bohemian Rhapsody from yesterday's stream. I won't do it again.
Everything that happened was in the past. You want to forget, don't you, Chris?
Yes.
Maybe I do too. Maybe that's part of why I ran off to college. Put distance between me and this town.
Yeah, sure. That was the, of course, no one goes to college for any other reason.
A part
But this is something that it's actually like very common practice in the UK, particularly, to go to a college that is in a completely different part of at least the country, if not a different part of the world, to where you grew up, as a way to, get familiar with the whole, with a different setting. I sort of cheated at this by going to the place where my dad's side of the family actually, live and my dad was born, but that's, but the idea was I never lived there before personally, so it's a different environment, different experience. That's part of, what that was part of the, the idea behind it. In other places, depending on if you live in like Madrid or Barcelona, that's where all the good universities are in Spain anyway. So you wouldn't want to travel for one of them versus the other. If any other part of Spain, you would navigate. So it depends. But I think in the US, it's not as common a place to choose a college that's so far away, unless it was like your dream college that obviously is located in one specific area anyway. That's my understanding behind it. But, there's always a good chance that, Azrael just got into a good college or got into his dream place, and that's where he went. He's a dreamer after all. There we go. That's the one that's the quote right there. Mm-hmm.
of you probably
But yeah, this is obviously not the manifestation of Azrael in Chris's mind, so probably they are thinking about
wonders
this.
if I did it to put distance between you and me. And maybe I've forgotten about you and moved on. You always wanted to be like me. But Chris, what's wrong with being you?
Everything was better when we were kids. Until I ruined it all. Because I'm cursed.
I do like how the music cuts out here and how it was different for both Azrael and Noel. At the very least, there's that aspect to enjoy.
I didn't ask to be like this. To be filled with all this darkness. The guilt.
I think we saw a college in this town. So yeah, he wouldn't be able to stay regardless. Yeah, good point.
Is killing me. And I feel like nothing I can do can earn me forgiveness for what I did.
Didn't we just have a scene where like, they came to terms with this, or like they suggested this idea? Wasn't that the whole point of the Madame Grace scene? If Madame Grace is an original character, then that whole exchange just made this scene redundant because Chris is already thinking about this.
For how I ruined Noel's family. For what happened to her sister.
See? And this is how you do it. You don't have all the answers because Chris doesn't need to remind themselves of what happened. So we, the audience, wouldn't know, but we know that something went down. So we're asking the question. We're curious about it. We're not just having like, yes, let me narrate our entire lives back to the person who already knows this because it's in their memory.
Chris, don't forget. I'm with you in the dark.
I thought it was part of the tree for a second there. It took me a moment to realize that's the soul. Hi, soul.
I promised. I promised!
Well.
What? You're awake! Awake! Could the nightmare in your heart not hold you?
I mean, the game was if you fall asleep, you lose, right? And they did technically fall asleep. They just didn't stay that way. That's a loophole right there. You still won. You still won, Jebel.
Susie! Rossi!
Not so fast! Fast! Why
As far as nightmares go, that was pretty lackluster, to be honest.
make them so soon? There's still plenty of chaos left to enjoy first.
Oh, we finally got a close-up of this character.
I have never had such fun! Fun!
Sometimes you can put a thought into a person's head and they don't actually think about it until you pressure them to. I mean, that is essentially what I do to guests all the time on these reviews. It's like I'm that's part of like how debates would work in general. But in this case, it seems like that's not quite what happened. It's more so it's because well, I guess it depends if Jevil doesn't know Noel and Azriel, as far as I can tell. Which means that it had to be all the stuff from Chris's mind already coming back. So these thoughts, the thoughts that, that they were working through, most likely were present already. They were just being reaffirmed by Chris themselves, I think.
You kids don't stand a chance, as I can do anything.
Okay, I wouldn't have closed his mouth when he's still talking.
Anything.
Oh, struggling through the darkness. Okay.
That's true freedom. The freedom to do anything.
Yes.
Because if I can do anything, then I can be anything.
Right! Such
I thought they were transformed.
power!
What? Chris?
It's time for you to go to sleep! Rose!
I mean, it was never going to be that easy. It's kind of when we try to put Roy to sleep. It doesn't work.
Oh, was fun! Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, you kids tire me up. Oh, now I will sleep for the other 100 years. Unfortunately, you kids cannot have such a pleasant dream.
I wonder how you would do magical girl transformation in Minecraft. That probably requires Minimator, to be honest. You know what? I wonder if Rexiipher would be able to pull that off.
Now, a nightmare will awaken in your hearts, in the shadow of the night's hand. Lightness, can you stop it? Either way, a mischief, a chaos. Lightness, from inside your little cell, take me and do your strongest.
Okay, not where I was expecting that to go. I thought it was going to possess them, but that's fair.
I'm so sorry, you two.
In Minecraft. Oh, yeah. I've just searched that. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. We'll add that to the roster.
I'm not sure why any of that happened. Chris? Take it easy while I scout out the area ahead.
Didn't we just get through a scenario where all of you were split up? What? Why, Rousey? Why?
Susie. Here.
Huh?
That does make sense, in fairness.
The hell? Chris, are you just giving this to me?
I think you'd be able to use it better. Please.
That's true. Looks fairly heavy. No Minecraft Magical Girls. Yeah, I know there's superhero mods and stuff, but yeah, Magical Girl mods specifically would have been like, if they included transformations, would have been excruciating to program. So I kind of get it.
Sick! Let the games begin. Hey, Chris?
The games begin, except Rousey's not back, so we can't move yet.
I, did some thinking, and it'll be easier for us to get out of here if we all, get along a little more.
No. Really? Get out of town!
So, next time we fight an enemy, if you tell me what to do, I'll listen to you.
I wonder if that's going to be, courtesy that's given back the other way, but yeah.
But, don't tell me to do anything stupid, or I'll go back to smashing heads, alright?
I mean, they did just let us hand you a scythe, so I think you're I think you're given a bit of a free passage on, like, slicing and dicing a little bit.
Right?
Are you sure? I thought you didn't want to be friends.
Yes, and she just said she's been doing some thinking about it, which means she's changed her mind. My goodness.
You saved my ass back there. You didn't have to, but you did. Don't ask me what I was dreaming about because I won't tell you, but...
I didn't even cross my mind. Didn't even cross my mind for a second to ask.
You should know you did me a favor breaking me out of it. I've, been a real jerk. And I'm sorry. You said you didn't want to hurt the people you care about, right? I feel the same way.
That at least is, that I guess that's the main, like I says, about like the missing the shot on Lancer. It does tie back a little bit.
So Chris, I'm counting on you. All right?
All right.
Are you gonna actually move this time? We're doing the same thing again. I know that Ralsei said to stay here, but if Susie's leaving, you're all gonna be in separate places. Walk. Thank you. This is a nice moving background. I like that.
Your Mightiness, sir.
And the light transition.
The Lightners have infiltrated Tao's innermost sanctum. Thy fools will surely reach the grand fountain within the hour.
Thy fools. Translation. Your fools.
Then deal with them, Lord of Puzzles. Get out of my sight. You're giving me a headache.
Naturally, your lord.
This episode's giving me a headache.
But if I may inquire...
No!
Oh!
That should have been the email whenever we're like, remember when we're doing this thing, Chris? No! There we go.
Those Lightners will pay for what they did to us.
Who are you talking to now? You just kicked out the same person.
Night. I shall.
And now you're speaking normally, but your mouth is closed. Is this meant to be inside of his head? If so, again, the audio effects here could have come in handy. Add some reverb.
Not fail you.
Oh no, fair enough. Never mind. It's the answer. In that case, open your mouth to speak, please, if you have that. But
Dad.
Fair enough.
We need to talk.
All right, and there's the beacon again, which like we said before, has been in there multiple episodes. So, ties back to my first critique of the episode right at the beginning. Okay. Whatever goodwill came from episode 3, it's sort of being slightly lifted right now. Not only were there not any majorly interesting action sequences like in some of the other ones, which might be because of the game itself. Maybe that's how it's paced. Not gonna lie. But the elements that were the elements that were actually kind of they're really good about this, like Susie's restraint, or were kind of like offset by the poor communication kills from Lancer. The bit with Chris that very easily could have been morphed into something that was actually interesting to watch in a show rather than play through in a game. Which even in the game situation. The one time I tried to play Deltarune, people I was with some friends who weren't expecting the game to have like as much dialogue as it did, like as much visual novel aspect of it. Which I should have disclosed that to them before we started. That's on me. But it's one of those things where unless that's how it's presented to you, you're not going to want to see that again. It's like I keep saying the same things. I know I repeat myself like almost every episode, but it comes back to most of the same stuff. But except in this one of the redeeming features of this was the show don't tell aspect. No, sorry, exactly, the show don't tell aspect of this. All the set pieces, all of the action sequences, they haven't like skimped out on anything. But when it comes to actually improving on the source material rather than, directly emulating it, they fumble nearly every time. If Madame Grace is an original character, then that makes the whole conversation with her before going to see Jevil also entirely pointless, because it serves the same purpose as the revelation in the nightmare that Jevil was already setting up. Why would you insert a second scene that doesn't add to anything? And if she's not an original character, that was part of the game, then I would ask Toby Fox the same question. The spot the subscribe button would go. That's it's the thing that gives you the choice to click on it. That's fair. But yeah, this is. I like to say, they say this is a a dud episode, but it's not, because the episodes 1 and 2 will give you a similar feeling to it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm glad we didn't go back to the start for this one, like I said before, because and they are at the castle, so I'm not sure how long the show is going to last. I think Freak Show's over now. That's why Deltarune became like a thing afterwards. I think Freak Show has only like 8 episodes. Not a bad episode length by any means, actually. So hopefully I get to return to that at some point if the production cycle is going to be slowing down a bit, or because they want to add more cinematic stuff in here. Then yeah, we'll get a chance to look back at this at some point. Maybe this time next week, if we're extremely lucky. Yeah, as usual, have made the sets, props, and Minecraft skins did wonderfully. That is true. That remains true for the rest of it, for the entire series. And actually, again, the voice acting of this does not let up at all in those aspects either. But yeah, it's maintained some of the stuff that it did well, regressed on a few things that were surprisingly good last time, and missed an opportunity to further improve what was already there. And we're getting season 2 soon. Okay, great. I need to catch up because I want to do that song at least before Halloween this year. So yeah, hopefully we'll get that chance. But for now, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.